Today's topic, how to start your spiritual journey. Yes, I'm talking about your spiritual journey. And this is a question that I get asked so many times in Skype coaching sessions. Sebastian, how do I actually start? How do I get started? How do I start my spiritual journey? What can I do? What are the first steps that I can take? And these are the questions that I want to answer today in this episode, because everybody has to start somewhere. I mean, I, for example, a couple of years ago, was the least spiritual person you can possibly imagine. Even though one of my family members, who's also one of my spiritual mentors, told me from a very young age, when I was 18, 19, that at some point I will work as a spiritual teacher and I will change people's lives. And back then, I only said, yeah, right, come on, what are you talking about? Spirituality? That's for losers. I'm not like that. No, I was the least spiritual person on earth. But then different circumstances in my life, different mental and physical breakdowns finally led to me having my first awakening experience. And then I slowly but steadily embarked on my spiritual journey. And no, for me, it wasn't one big event and then suddenly I was enlightened and spiritual and all that kind of stuff. For me, it was a gradual process. I mean, yes, there was a first big awakening moment and then small follow-up awakening moments. But in general, my spiritual journey, or let's say me reaching one floor after another when it comes to consciousness and vibration, happened as a gradual step-by-step process. And here's what I did. Here's how I started. And the first thing I did was to not believe in the law of attraction. Now you might be saying, huh? Don't you always say believe in the law of attraction? Yes, of course. I mean, if you can, then believe in the law of attraction. If you can convince your mind, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, that the law of attraction exists, then do it. I mean, that's the best possible way. But when you're just getting started, it's completely normal to doubt things. In fact, I don't want you to listen to me and to just believe everything I say 100% without ever questioning it, and especially without putting it into practice. And that's the key right now. It's okay to doubt the law of attraction. It's okay to say, come on, that must be some nonsense. I mean, that can't work. Can it work? I don't know. That's totally fine. What's not okay is that you don't try it. The reason why I became so successful at manifesting my dream life is because I did it. Even though I doubted it, even though I thought it's for wackos and complete weirdos, but I still gave it a shot. And then the first small manifestation showed up and I thought to myself, wow, I actually manifested that. That's exactly what I wanted. If I can manifest that, then I can also manifest this. And now you get the party going and now the magic happens. And another thing you can do to start on your spiritual journey is to slowly move away from substances that are not good for you. There's one common theme that I discovered over the last couple of months when it comes to my Skype coaching clients. Almost all of them, not all, but almost all of them at some point told me, Sebastian, I used to smoke cigarettes, but I no longer do it. Sebastian, I used to smoke weed, but I no longer do it. I used to drink alcohol, but I no longer have the desire. And that's completely normal. When you move up the vibrational ladder and you start falling in love with yourself and with your life, you no longer need any substances. You don't need your cigarettes anymore. You don't need your weed to feel relaxed. You don't need your alcohol to feel confident. You are confident. You are relaxed. You are happy. And this is a conscious decision that you can make today. You could say to yourself today, okay, I'm just going to give it a shot for the next 30 or 60 days. I will no longer drink alcohol, and just see how you feel inside. Just see what changes. And I almost guarantee you that a lot of things will change once you say no to substances. And no, I don't just mean that for people who are drinking a lot or who are always drunk. Even if you just have 1 or 2 beers at night, try it out. It can have a huge impact on your spiritual journey and your spiritual growth. And speaking of your spiritual journey and your spiritual growth, if you want to grow spiritually and when it comes to manifestation with me, then you can click on the second link in the description and find out more about Skype coaching with me. I would love to get to know you and I would love to coach you and to help you to reach the next level on your spiritual journey. This episode is all about how to get started, but if you want to reach the next level, then you might want to go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/Skype and have a look at all the testimonials from all the amazing people I've already worked with, and then you can make your own decision if you want to work with me, or maybe you don't want to work with me. That's also okay. I only offer it to you. And I also offer you to observe your beliefs carefully. That's something that you should definitely do if you start on your spiritual journey, because you will be shocked. I mean, sometimes you might be just a little bit shocked, and sometimes you might be, holy moly, I had no idea that I was thinking so many self-destructive and negative thoughts all day long. And of course, when you're getting started, it's hard to change your beliefs because it takes a lot of effort. But if you change one belief a day, this makes 365 beliefs a year, and this leads to tremendous change in your life. And let go of the past with forgiveness. Forgive yourself for what you've done, and also forgive others what they have done to you. That's the key to letting go and to finally raising your vibration to a frequency where you can manifest amazing things in your life. Have I done things in my past that I wouldn't do right now? Yes, of course. Have I done things in the past that for a very long time I was not proud of them, and I thought to myself, Sebastian, why did you do it? Yes, of course. I mean, I was acting from a place of trauma for almost all my life, and my actions were the result of this trauma. But at some point I had to say to myself, it's the past. It made me who I am today. It made me the person that I am right now. If I wouldn't have done these things, if I wouldn't have gone through these experiences, I would have never had the mental and physical breakdowns that then eventually allowed me to wake up, that allowed me to raise my consciousness, to raise my vibration, and to now share this information with you. And the same is true for you. So forgive yourself for what you've done, and the sometimes more difficult part, forgive others for what they have done to you, no matter what it might have been. The only true way to get out of these negative emotions that are holding you back from manifesting your dreams is forgiveness. It might be hard in the beginning, but the more you open your heart and the more you let go of these negative emotions and the more you replace your negative beliefs with positive beliefs, the easier it will be for you to reach this state. And then you might also want to change your social circle, but only if you are trapped in a social circle that's not supportive at all. I truly believe that you are the average of the people you surround yourself with. And if you surround yourself with people who lie, if you surround yourself with people who treat others in a disrespectful way, if you surround yourself with people who always push you down when you want to rise up and you talk about spirituality, you talk about the law of attraction, and they push you down every time, then get out. Otherwise, you will always stay in this social circle. You will stay exactly like they want you to be, because social circles don't want you to change at all, because that means that you are a threat to the current belief system. But if your belief system, your new belief system, is no longer in alignment with the belief system of your social circle, especially if your social circle has a very destructive, self-destructive and negative belief system, then you might, or not just might, but then you have to look for a new social circle and people who empower you and people who lift you up. And another thing you can do when you start on your spiritual journey is to spend more time in nature and less time in the concrete jungle. That's something that I experienced on my own spiritual journey. The more you can say the more I developed this spiritual side of me, and the more I wanted to manifest my dreams, the more I was yearning, longing for nature. I mean, I used to live in Bangkok. That's something that I already shared with you in previous episodes. And Bangkok is a concrete jungle. I mean, there's so much smog that you can't even breathe anymore, at least at certain parts of the year. Or, basically you could say all the time. And I actually thought about visiting Thailand again because I have a lot of friends there and I want to meet them again. But I promised myself already, no, I will only go 1 or 2 days to meet them in Bangkok, and then if they want to meet me at the beach, that's also okay. I will go out in nature. I will go to the beach. I will breathe fresh air. And this is something that when you start on your spiritual journey can be very powerful. I made the experience that there's just more connection spiritually, and also when it comes to your vibration and to the law of attraction and your ability to access the law of attraction, to use the law of attraction when you go out in nature. And even if you work in a big city, you just have to go to the park. This alone can have a huge effect. For example, in the summer, go to a park, walk on the grass without your shoes and feel the connection to the earth. We human beings are nowadays so connected digitally, but so disconnected from nature. And I don't have any scientific proof for it, but that's just my personal experience and also the experience of some of the amazing deliberate creators who have coached in Skype coaching sessions, that as soon as you go out in nature, no matter if it's in the mountains, if it's in the grass, if it's at the beach, but you get away at least some time from the concrete jungle, this can really kickstart your spiritual journey, because you have a completely different connection with nature, with the world, and by doing that, with yourself. And say yes to meditation, even if it's hard in the beginning. I know it's hard. I know you can't sit still for 5 minutes. I've been there. When I started meditating, I actually started the guided meditation in the middle, and then I quit again after 5 minutes and went to work, and then I stressed myself out, and it was just a complete mess. So I know how it feels. But if you want to manifest, I highly recommend that you manifest with meditation. To be more precise, with visual meditation. That's the #1 manifestation technique that I use. I would say that I manifested 90% of my money, of my experiences, of all the amazing things that I created in my life through meditation. And there's one module with a coaching lesson that's, I think, longer than 40 or 50 minutes in the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program. That's all about meditation, visualization, and visual meditation. In this module, you learn step by step how to use this manifestation technique. And it also includes a hypnosis that allows you to really internalize this technique, and also specific exercises that you can then use to manifest your dreams with visual meditation. So if you want to find out how you can do that, then you can click on the first link in the description or go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/11 days and find out more about my 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program. And then when you're on this spiritual journey, try to look at other people with compassion instead of judgment. What do we usually do when we see a homeless person on the street? Usually we judge this person. We walk past them and think, oh my God, look at this person. Oh God, no, such a bum. That's what most people do. And I admit it, I also did that in the past because I didn't know better. But now you know better. Now you know that every human being is on their unique spiritual journey, and you don't know what happened in this person's life that made them end up in this situation. Of course, that doesn't mean that you have to surround yourself with these people, because they are at the moment in a very low vibration, and a very low level of consciousness. I don't want you to say now, okay, I have to invite every homeless person to my house and then we have a big party. That's not what I mean. But just when you look at people, understand them, have empathy for them, have compassion instead of judgment. And try to feel love in your heart. Even if it's the very first time. I mean, I still remember when I started on my spiritual journey, I wasn't able to connect with my heart at all, like really at all. I was so disconnected from my heart that even after listening to the same Dr. Joe Dispenza talk for I think 3 or 4 times, and he always said, feel into your heart. And I thought to myself, okay, but I don't feel anything. There's nothing there. And then when I slowly but steadily overcame my trauma, which is also something that you can do if you invest in the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, because one of the free bonuses that you get is the Trauma Transformation audio course, which gives you so many techniques for you to overcome your trauma. I think it's over an hour long if I remember it correctly. And you can then pick out the techniques that work best for you to overcome your trauma. But speaking of my first try to open my heart, it did not work at all. Second try, didn't work. Third try, didn't work. Fourth try, didn't work. And if I remember correctly, I think the 5th time I tried it, I felt something, just a little bit of a sensation like, oh, I have a heart. Interesting. And the more you do that, the more you practice feeling into your heart, the easier it will be for you to create this brain and heart coherence that's so powerful when it comes to your ability to manifest. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.